The search continues for a fatal hit-and-run driver in Venice. What detectives know so far.
And insurance claims from Hurricane Irma are still being made. How many claims and how much money is this costing insurance companies?
Plus, the tedious job of counting ballots by hand. How long election officials have to finish another recount in Florida. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Watching ABC 7 News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Our top story this evening, troopers are still searching for the driver that crashed into a motorcycle last Friday night, killing the rider, a Port Charlotte man.
It all happened at the intersection of Jacaranda Boulevard and US 41 in Venice. Investigators say the driver violated the right-of-way, hitting the bike and then ran off. ABC 7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us live now from Venice with the latest on this investigation. Rebecca.
Jacqueline, Scott, well, it's been a week now since this fatal crash happened, and detectives have not been able to pinpoint who was behind the wheel. So for the family and friends of this victim, it's been extremely difficult for them to find closure.
It's going to be swept under the carpet again, you know, and we got another biker that's gone.
Rick was there that night, riding right behind his dear friend, 66-year-old Michael Shia. They are members of the Gulf Thunder Riders Motorcycle Club in Port Charlotte and were cruising down Tamiami Trail.
We had the green light, we always going through it, and all of a sudden I just heard a bam, and I saw a car and Mike's bike leave my view. And I was looking at all the debris trying to maneuver through there, and felt like I was in a hurricane. It was all things in midair.
When Rick and another club member were finally able to get their bearings, they parked their bikes and ran to the scene to see who was responsible for what just happened.
I said, "Where did the guy go?" The driver. And he said he got out. He asked me if he was okay, and he just started walking down Jacaranda. I said, "Walking down Jacaranda, where did he go?" And I mean, why didn't anybody try to stop him?
And that has been the hardest part for the club. Not only was one of their members taken too soon, but that suspect, who failed to yield before turning, was able to just get away and still has yet to be caught.
Known in Southwest Florida as the safest riding motorcycle club there is, and we ride by the rules. We try to ride safely, and Mike always adhered to all of that, and to end up this way is just, it's not called for.
The driver was in a 2017 gray Nissan Sentra. If anyone has any information on this accident, you're asked to contact the Florida Highway Patrol. Live in Venice, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC 7, your Suncoast News. Back to you guys.
Rebecca, thank you. An Osprey man is busted for a road rage incident that involved throwing a pizza and a screwdriver. Investigators say the victim let 22-year-old Taylor Bailey know that the light had turned green. Bailey then allegedly became angry, started yelling at the victim and inciting him to fight. Bailey's then accused of throwing a slice of pizza and hitting the victim in the face, then throwing a screwdriver at the victim's vehicle, which pierced the rear window and causing an injury to a passenger. Bailey's charged with firing a missile into a vehicle and with battery.
The man's body, who was found burning on an isolated road of East Manatee County in Mayaca City on Wednesday night, has been identified. 35-year-old Antonio Maurice Bradley was discovered by a witness living in that area. First responders put out the flames, but Bradley was pronounced dead at the scene by EMS. Bradley has most recently been staying in Bradenton, but has also lived in Sarasota County. His death is now being investigated as a homicide.
Florida lawmakers will be asked to tackle how elections have been run, from the handling of vote-by-mail ballots to extending certification dates. That's according to Senate President-designate Bill Galvano, who will take the reins of the chamber on Tuesday. Speaking to reporters in the state capitol today, the Bradenton Republican said he has heard from a number of state senators who want to revisit aspects of the state's election laws. Galvano points to problems in the current election cycle, which has seen 3 statewide contests and a trio of legislative races qualified for machine recounts, and all but one advanced to a manual recount. Asked about comments by President Trump, Governor Rick Scott, and others regarding election integrity and incompetence by some county election supervisors, Galvano said there probably wasn't much confidence in Florida's elections process to start with going into Election Day.
There's an interest among the members that I've talked to after this cycle to revisit and figure out why ballots appear, why they're hard to track, why we have machine recounts that produce substantially a less number of votes than originally reported, and those are all issues that are important.
Galvano's goal is to keep future elections from needing judicial intervention that has taken place over the past week and a half since Election Day. Florida has seen a myriad of lawsuits and hearings taking place in courtrooms across the state.
Coming up on ABC 7 at 7, Alan Cohn will be joined at the Trapezoid by an all-star panel consisting of former state representative Ray Pilon, Democratic strategist Barry Edwards, and Jacob Ogles of SRQ magazine. They'll be discussing the losers and the winners of the midterm elections, the recounts still taking place, the CNN lawsuit against the White House, and much more. Now, if you want to have your voice heard, you can head over to our ABC 7 Facebook page and answer the poll that we have posted. Your question may be answered tonight on ABC 7 at 7.
With more than 1 million claims filed, estimated losses from last year's Hurricane Irma have surpassed $11.8 billion. According to the Office of Insurance Regulation, insurers recorded an additional $600 million in estimated losses through more than 5,500 new claims over the past 3 months. In total, 1,280,000 claims have been filed from Irma.
Well, you can certainly feel those cooler temperatures outside. I've seen a few people in sweaters as well.
Boots?
Yeah.
Scarves?
Full 9 yards.
Maybe tomorrow morning, though. We'll find out. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with our chilly forecast.
Yeah, layer it up tomorrow morning. Temperatures expected to be in the 40s in a lot of areas, and it looks like low to mid 50s near the beaches. Sunshine, there was plenty of that out there today, but temperatures really didn't warm up much, only into the upper 60s for the most part across the area. And we're looking for clear skies, and temperatures will fall pretty quickly once that sun sets, and we're looking for temperatures to be into the low to mid 50s by 11 o'clock tonight. 66 degrees right now. It was at 69 just an hour ago. Sunshine out there. Winds out of the northwest at 10. The dew point's really low, 49 degrees right now, and those winds become more northerly in the next couple of hours. We'll see that dew point go down to the low to mid 40s. Right now, current temps 58 in Jacksonville, it's 59 in Tallahassee, 61 in Pensacola. Sarasota now checking in at 66 degrees, a little bit warmer in Key West and in Miami. Temperatures all pretty much uniform here in the mid to upper 60s across the region. Good news is water temperature continues to drop now down to 76 degrees. Good news in terms of a hurricane development and intensification. As far as lows go, to start things off on Saturday, upper 40s inland, low to mid 50s along area beaches, Longboat Key at 53 and 53 at Anna Maria and 47 Mayaca City. 45 into Sebring under clear skies and with a little bit of a north wind tomorrow morning, and those kind of temperatures, it's going to feel a little bit colder out there. Some 40s are overnight, warmer afternoon though. On Saturday, those winds will switch more to a northeasterly direction, and then we're talking upper 70s, at least no upper 80s through Thanksgiving. We'll have more in the forecast coming up in a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, Bob, thank you. Weather conditions have improved dramatically and more evacuation orders are being lifted in Southern California, but for so many, they are coming home to find nothing. The president will be in the area tomorrow to see the sheer scope of this devastation up close and meet with survivors. ABC's Maggie Ruley has the latest.
As more evacuation orders are being lifted in Malibu, we're now getting a better picture of just how widespread this destruction really is. In Northern California, a dangerous smog is blanketing cities.
The air is so bad, so bad.
Bay Area schools are closed, and authorities are urging people to remain indoors. Search crews are forced to push past this blinding smoke, continuing their painstaking search for the hundreds of people who remain missing. As authorities say, they expect the death toll to rise even further.
The fire moves so fast. I never seen a fire move that fast. I mean, they didn't even have time to tell us to evacuate.
Many who survived lost everything.
We tried to fight it off. We just couldn't fight it off.
Hundreds are now living in a Walmart parking lot, making a new makeshift community, relying on each other and strangers coming from all over to bring supplies and help clean up.
We got people from as far down as Vista and San Diego up here helping us out.
Thousands of homes lost across the state, 9,000 alone in the town of Paradise, where in just a few hours, the 170-year-old town of 27,000 people went up in flames. Now they're vowing to rebuild.
It's going to be a tough rebuild, but I know the town will come together.
I know there's a lot of people out there ready to come back and let's get this done. Let's make paradise again.
And cleanups beginning here in Southern California as well. We've already seen multiple crews today on this block alone, but neighbors we speak to tell us they expect it's going to take them 2 years at least to rebuild. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Calabasas, California.
Here at home, this was the final day for local contractors to bid on the demolition of the Gee Whiz Museum, a property that's been sitting vacant on the Bayfront for more than 5 years now. The city approved the demolition of the building after it was not included in the Bay Sarasota project, where more than 50 acres of the Bayfront will be redeveloped. The contractor with the lowest bid, who meets criteria and is licensed, will get the job, but it won't be right away. The process could take weeks to finalize. After the Gee Whiz is torn down, there are plans to put a green space there in the museum's place. Happy birthday to the Pines of Sarasota, the senior living community on Orange Avenue in Sarasota, opening 70 years ago today. Back in 1948, the Kiwanis Club of Sarasota began the Pines as a place for few seniors to stay. Now it's grown to nearly 250 residents on 36 acres. Several state, county, and city officials on hand for this morning's ceremony.
I think it's wonderful that they provide a facility here that serves people who would not be able to afford to be at another nursing home because, you know, the costs are so expensive. So, you know, they provide a wonderful service in that regard.
Also in the audience today, Sarasota resident and comedy legend Dickie Smothers, who says the Pines plays an important part in this older community. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a nor'easter affecting many, but more so those still impacted over a month ago by a Massachusetts gas leak and explosion.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast for the weekend. Plus, with Thanksgiving less than a week away, you may want to check your groceries because there's a turkey recall you need to know about.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
This weekend on the ABC 7 live stream.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
Says Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Happy Honda Days are here, and you're gonna like the holiday clearance savings. Save on the Accord, on sale for just $249 a month. That's the North American car of the year for less than the competition. Our most impressive Honda ever, on clearance for only $249 a month, loaded with more options, including a turbocharged engine and Honda Sensing. Do not miss these Honda clearance savings this week at your local Honda dealer.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
It has been a month since residents of Merrimack Valley were rocked by an explosion. Many residents were displaced because of a lack of heat or hot water. And with the first winter storm dropping several inches of snow this week, most wish they could just go home.
Mother Nature making for a miserable morning. And in Lawrence, the powder that fell is more like salt on a wound for those affected by the gas line disaster.
Miss my house. I can't wait to go back.
Nurse's aide Alexandra De La Cruz is one of many staying in trailers because there's no heat or hot water at her home. The blast of winter-like weather was not welcome.
How has it been a month living in a trailer?
Whoa, so difficult. I never thought I was going to be living in a trailer.
Isaiah Almeida is taking care of his property, but there's little business here. The cafe in the building was forced to close because of no gas.
Can't rent because nobody wants to come over here without have gas in the place, and I cannot open the place myself because of have no gas.
Almeida also runs a woodworking shop in his building, but without heat, he had to let his 3 employees go.
It's too cold to have people inside also. I'm losing business, I'm just struggling, trying to survive.
No heat, that's a tough thing when it's that cold up there.
Yeah, and it's only going to get worse, too, as more storms and nor'easters will continue to hammer the northeast United States. For us, we've had the cool, crisp fall day, or almost winter day here. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing hardly any clouds around at all today. Lots of sunshine, but that didn't matter with that north wind. It really kept things much below average in terms of temperatures today. Highs were only into the mid-60s to upper 60s across the area. And it's all a result of the cold front that was associated with that nor'easter, which is now winding down. It's moving out of Maine now, heading off toward the northeast. And behind it, some lake effect snows are occurring as a result of the wraparound winds in that area of low pressure. But for the most part, the heavy snow is over for the time being across Boston, New York. And you still see those lake effect snows occurring right there in western portions of New York near Buffalo and stretching down off to the northeast. Now, as far as we're concerned, we're looking at generally fair skies as a result of a large area of high pressure, which is built in. That high pressure ridge will continue to keep us under fair skies overnight. And you can see that from the satellite imagery, just some cold air sinking southward. That's it. Skies are clear across the state right now. Some clouds well offshore as a result of that colder air moving over the relatively warmer water of the Gulf of Mexico. Those winds will stay anywhere from 10 to 15 miles overnight, and then by Saturday morning, we'll see them out of the northeast at around 10 miles an hour, and that will start to warm things up. Just that little bend to the east, easterly component, will allow us to see highs on Saturday afternoon back into the mid-70s. So it will be a little bit warmer, but it will be a very chilly start to the day on Saturday. Sunday, maybe a little sea breeze developing in the afternoon. So here's the forecast through this evening. Temperatures dropping pretty quickly, already starting to do so. In the low to mid 50s by 11 o'clock tonight, we'll see generally fair skies. Tomorrow's hourly forecast is calling for a very chilly start. We'll warm up, though, into the mid 70s by, say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon and stay there. Won't be as cool Saturday night, Sunday morning, but it'll still be a little bit below average. We're looking for lows into the mid to upper 50s by Sunday morning. And the forecast model showing another clipper system coming down through the Great Lakes and through Ohio and parts of Pennsylvania and New York, and then another stronger storm clipping the northeast United States into Maine and also West Virginia, getting some snow. So here they come. They keep coming. And this is Thanksgiving. Looks pretty good for us. We'll be on the back end of a high pressure ridge, so it should be pretty good weather. We'll see temperatures in the upper 70s on Thanksgiving. And then this system will spread off to the east. It will bring us some rainfall, a chance at least, on Friday morning. That's when a lot of people will be out for all those sales, at least some areas. And then the rest of the day looks good. Next weekend looks good as well, just a little bit on the cooler side. Right now we have temperatures in the mid-60s under mostly fair skies, and that dew point temperature down in the 40s. That'll continue to drop too. Temperatures over the northeast, 38 in Boston, 23 in Montreal. It's 35 in Buffalo, getting some snow there. And out west, temperatures on the cooler side, but nothing extreme at this point. 66 degrees in Oklahoma City, 70 in Dallas, Houston at 70 degrees, and Atlanta a cool 55. Now, as far as the forecast highs go tomorrow, into the 40s, so they'll warm up a little bit in Boston, 48 there, 49 in Washington, into the mid to upper 30s in Chicago, Toledo, Columbus, and as well as Chicago. We'll see mid to upper 30s to low 40s, 68 degrees in Dallas. And as far as the forecast goes, we're not looking at much over the southeast as high pressure will dominate all the way to the central and southern plain states. But this little clipper system, as I showed you, will bring some snowfall over parts of the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours. For boaters tomorrow, it checks in like this. Seas will be a little bit high to start the day. They'll subside somewhat in the afternoon. The winds will be 15 knots to start the morning off, but then drop down to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. As far as the 7-day forecast goes, we'll look for a cool day tomorrow, highs in the mid-70s, a little bit warmer than today. Mild on Sunday, highs back to where they belong, upper 70s to start today, we'll have 58 degrees, and then it's clear sailing all the way through Thanksgiving. Just a 20% chance for a shower there on Thursday. Friday, a little bit better chance for some morning showers at least as that system works its way on through. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to First Alert traffic. We're seeing some issues on I-75 in Sarasota County. There you see it, a lot of red on the map at the Clark Road exit of I-75. We are told 2 people have died in a crash involving 4 vehicles there. 4 victims are being evaluated at the scene. Another was taken to the hospital. Again, this happened on the overpass of Clark Road, and it is impacting traffic both north and south on the interstate this evening. Jacqueline?
Thanks, Scott. And Health Smart, a turkey recall you need to know about tonight. Check any ground turkey you may have in your home. Jenny O has a massive recall in many states, including here in Florida. That recall involves 4 types of the company's raw turkey products. That includes taco seasoned, Italian seasoned, 85% lean, and 93% lean ground turkey. You can find specific information about package codes on our website, mysuncoast.com. If you do have this turkey in your home, return it to the store for an exchange or throw it out. The investigation is still underway and more products could be recalled in the future. Coming up, how the nor'easter could affect your Thanksgiving holiday traveling plans and a police chase that you have to see to believe. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
During the past 10 years, Tidewell Hospice volunteers have provided more than 1 million hours of service. They sit with patients, giving caregivers a break. They work in offices. They take their furry friends on pet therapy visits. They even clown around. Every task performed by a volunteer makes a difference in the lives of our patients and their families. Join Tidewell's volunteer team. They're truly 1 in a million. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or get the most awarded SUV of all time, a new Jeep Cherokee, for as little as $19,999. Find the path to your next great adventure in the all-new Jeep Renegade 4x4 for just $16,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Come into a California Closet showroom to experience our quality materials and construction and collaborate with our designers to create the perfect custom solution for any room. Go to CaliforniaClosets.com to request a free design consultation and locate the showroom nearest to you.
If you have family flying in from up north, or maybe you plan on traveling to see them for Thanksgiving, call ahead to your airline. All the snow and wintry weather this week creating a nightmare for some travelers. Icy roads leading to long lines, even delays. And around the nation at airports, at least 2,200 flights were canceled and nearly 8,000 delayed.
Police expertly executed a pit maneuver to end a car chase in Southern California today. Take a look. Authorities say the suspect was driving a stolen truck with large items in the back. Once it got to Seal Beach, they used a pit maneuver to stop the suspect. That driver lost control of the truck, hit the center median, and then flipped onto the other side of the road. A refrigerator, recliner, and dirt spilled onto the street. The man then jumped from the truck and ran from the scene. Officers tackled him in a nearby parking lot and took him into custody. There's no word yet on what charges that man will face. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, hazmat crews and firefighters surround a shipping store in Sarasota. What we know about what caused the chemical spill and business evacuation.
And Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert weather forecast for the upcoming weekend. And unemployment numbers for Florida released today, how the state's job market is looking.
Get more for your money during the Subaru Share the Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG. And Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Forester is an IIHS top safety pick for 12 years running. Now lease a new Subaru Forester for just $229 a month or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.